it's Sarah from Funky Fossil here, and I'm popping in to share a video with you just talking through our Christmas 2023 release. There were quite a few bits and pieces in the release this year, so I thought it'd be easier if I put it all in one video so you can have a look through. And also, I know it's a time of year when, as crafters, we get bombarded with lots of new products. So I thought if you can see everything that we're going to do for Christmas this year, it gives you a bit of a feel for what style, what designs we're bringing, and it helps you make choices in terms of all the other things that you may be seeing on the market. You can decide where you're going to invest your money for your Christmas makes this year. So what I've got down on the desk already is the paper collection that is part of our Christmas release. It's called Winter Wonderland, and it's made up of an 8x8, a 6x6, paper pads, some washi strips, which I'll take out the packet in a second, and some gorgeous enamel dots. This one's kind of got a white glitter finish. Of course, all working together, so the same designs, the same colourway following through. Now this paper pad is absolutely gorgeous. Just a really kind of classic Christmas look to it. Beautiful rich reds and greens. I've purposely gone with papers that give you kind of frames and focal points so that you know where and how you want to put your designs. Lovely kind of winter landscape here, which, as you'll see with some of the other products we've got coming, work perfectly. Gorgeous, elegant kind of wintry floors. Again, nothing particularly specifically Christmas about this. It's just got a bit of gold fleck in there. This one probably is a bit more Christmas with that kind of rich green and that gorgeous red cardinal. Hopefully you can see it there, beautiful with those kind of, so you've got there a bit like I was saying with the one with the focal point. You know, you could cut into this paper and use it as frames. You can put your focal point in the space provided for you. These are uncoated papers, so again you can stamp and stencil and ink as you wish. Here we've got another gorgeous kind of wreath effect, so plenty of space on the paper to create a lovely kind of snowy look, but again it could just be abstract dots depending on the context you use it in. It's kind of got it's a bluey grey background, a beautiful deep red stripe, which is a lovely kind of classic Christmas, but again nothing particularly Christmas about it. This is a paper that I've taken to make the front cover, but again, you can see there you've got your frame, you've got your aperture, you've got those repeating motifs and colours. This is that same landscape with a little bit more detail added in, so we've got the stag and a little cardinal there, so you can kind of further build a scene if you want to. And again, frames, so you've got that ability to cut round these and create kind of apertures to suit you with that red and gold. And then I think I've got a solid here, which again is, although it probably looks black on your screen, is like a beautiful bluey grey, a very deep bluey grey, slate grey really. More white space on this, but you've got elements here that you could cut out and use if you want to, or use as that kind of border. You could use it both ways depending on how you want to put your design. And I think that will have us back to the beginning of the papers. So the 12 designs in this pad, it's 160 GSM, there are 2 of each, and of course the 6x6 absolutely just echoes that same set of patterns, just with that different scaling depending on the project that you want to make. So I have gone with both sizes for this release for Christmas, because I know so many of you will be making different types of projects. So I've talked about the enamel dots. Let's just open up the washi strips to give you a bit of a feel for what they look like or how they work. So they'll look quite dark in the packaging because there are 2 sheets in here. So of course, because they're translucent, when they're laid up like that, that just kind of intensifies the colour. But you've got 2 sheets. Each of them are strips. So, and again, you can see how I just love this cardinal one. It's really a really good size. And then I'm just trying to find the edge for my strip. Where is it? There you go. And then you see it'll come off the back of sheet. You don't need to use the whole strip. You can absolutely kind of cut into these and use them as parts and borders. Let me just reach for a little bit of white card so I can show you how that will look when layered up onto something white. And there. This is obviously, I'm not going for demo of the year here, I'm just trying to show you how that will look if you then wanted to put it onto something, onto a white base. So you can see that immediately kind of lifts the colour a bit more, and a beautiful wide border on that particular strip. But there are six washi. I'm trying to salvage this piece of washi tape now. There are six sheets, six strips of washi, six designs of washi per sheet. And of course, you've got your wonderful sentiments here as well. So I think this is a great addition. I've deliberately gone with washi sheets for this collection because I'm conscious you might not want 10 meters on a roll of something seasonal, but it's lovely to have this kind of complementary finishing touch for those Christmas makes. So hopefully you'll use these up and not worry about having lots left over. So Winter Wonderland are the papers that kind of form the base of the overall Christmas release. And then let's get on to some of the mini collections that are made up of the stamps and stencils. I have an absolute obsession with snow globes. I love snow globes. The boys often buy me snow globes actually when they go on holiday. So I've got lots of very random ones. And so I really wanted to do a snow globe inspired mini collection for Christmas. And as you can see here, we've got these will come together, but in terms of packaging, my manufacturer wanted to put them all on one sheet, and I thought that would become a very large sheet. So I've asked them to separate them, but these four dies will all come together as one item. And effectively what this does is build snow globes for you. So you've got your aperture and your base, but then you've got overlays. So you can add snowflakes around the edges, you can add trees around the edges, you can lay the snowflakes over the trees and create almost kind of a scene that you're looking into. Brilliant for aperture cards, for shaker cards, creating apertures on your cards. And to that effect, I've then created this A5 stamp set called Scenic Christmas, and it's got 3 sizable silhouette style images which will work in your snow globe, so you can absolutely kind of frame your scenes in a snow globe if you choose to. Of course, these work perfectly independently as well, but that's why I've paired them together, is that they could be the scenes that you fit into your snow globe. Of course, there's a lovely strip here, quite a large border strip, which is that kind of snowy, starry sky, which you can repeat to create a background. We've got a little Santa and sleigh and a few sentiments on there. So those two things combined will give you lots and lots of different opportunities for building beautiful Christmas scenes and cards. And again, just thinking back to those papers that I was talking about, they work perfectly behind these apertures on the snow globes. And then there's a couple of stencils that I think work nicely with this particular set of products. Is our Snow is Falling. This isn't brand new, we had this out last year, but it works beautifully with the snow globe. And our Scandi Starburst, which is a very detailed but a beautiful kind of large pattern. Again, doesn't need to be Christmas, but it has a bit of a snowflake feel to me, so I thought I'd put it in with this collection. So that is Scenic Christmas. Let's see what else I've got lined up for you. I've got Bauble Wishes, which is probably our kind of primary sentiment set, but with a bit of a twist, because as you can see here, we've got these large gorgeous sentiments, so in quite a kind of contemporary fun font. So they've got, you know, they've got a lot of impact just on their own. And these have been sized to fit in the die that will come with this stamp set, so you can make your own baubles with the sentiment in, kind of filling that aperture or filling that space on the bauble. But I wanted to expand this little die set out a little bit, so I've added some motifs that also can be used to decorate your bauble or on any other Christmas makes that you have. So you can use these independently, things like Let It Snow, Merry and Bright. They don't need to be in a bauble, but equally you've got that shape if you want to cut it out and use it in that way. So it's kind of really nice, fun set this, but I think really unusual in the way that the sentiments sit. You've got a bow there that can sit on top of your bauble, and some of the little builder elements that will help kind of fill out your cards. So if you were only just buying one stamp set, you'd still be able to make a full Christmas card with that. I've got two stencils that I think work beautifully with bauble wishes. One is has been sized specifically to, again, work with the size of the sentiments. So the sentiments will fit into this aperture here, but then you can build it into a bauble. We've got echoing those same motifs in the dies, or you can just have a patterned bauble. So layer these two up and you're going to have a lovely kind of stripy bauble design. So you could have some solid baubles, but then one with a sentiment on the top to give you a focal point. And keeping with my bauble theme, then we've got this beautiful kind of stencil with, I think it's called Bright Baubles. Again, beautiful. I love the shapes of these. I think they look really, really vintage and ornate. So again, a beautiful background, could be a border on a bigger project, and you could just repeat that along. So there we have Bauble Wishes, two stencils, an A5 stamp set and a mini die set that I think will give you lots of fun and lots of options. Then we have Snowflake Kisses, which is a beautiful stamp set. I really adore this stamp set. So again, an A5 stamp set, a very large kind of focal point image there with a beautiful kind of curved cluster with mistletoe and snowflakes. This sentiment is a separate stamp, so you've got some big sentiments that can work with this. We've got Warm Wishes and Snowflake Kisses. If hugs were snowflakes, I'd send you a blizzard and let it snow. And then we've got those kind of same snowflake designs echoed as separate stamps, so you can build this up crater wreath. You know, again, cut away this kind of circular element and use this kind of curved design independently. Stamp it a couple of times and create a wreath with it. Fill out the circle with these snowflakes. It is an absolutely stunning set of stamps. And with this one, I've paired it with a, it won't be sold with it, but as part of this kind of mini collection, I've got this Folkflake Trio. That's a tricky one to say. And again, three gorgeous snowflake dies with a bit of a Scandi feel, quite stylized. So again, worked perfectly with this, but as you can well imagine, with everything else I've been talking about as well. So that's a pretty little die set that I think you'll get lots of use out of. And I thought we would have some Luxe Cut snowflakes for Christmas this year. So there'll be a whole sheet of these beautiful kind of light ply snowflakes, lots of detail in there, but they do pop out of the sheet really easily and will give you beautiful embellishments to work with. I'm just seeing if I've got any on the desk in front of me. I've only got one, I think, here that I've got decorated, but you can see there just how lovely that is. So just a little bit of white sparkly embossing powder, and then you can start adding some dimensions to your snowflake wreaths if you wish to. So again, snowflakes are going to go with everything and anything that you're making for Christmas, but this little collection will also make some beautiful projects in its own right. I have a die that I think is stunning. It's called Winter Mandala. So it could be like you could, if you cut this in white, it almost looks like a big snowflake. You could cut into it. It's a beautiful detailed die, which when we start sharing samples, you'll see exactly how much impact that will put onto a project. So you can literally have that over some of the papers that we were talking about, and your project would be finished in terms of trying to get cards and projects made quickly at Christmas. It's a beauty, it really is lovely. Winter Mandala. And then the last thing I want to show you in terms of our Christmas release is an adorable, absolutely adorable set of stamps. And this is called Very Merry Christmas, because we've got to have a pun in there. And they're just these really beautiful kind of fun characters, ice skating bears, all wrapped up for winter. We've got a koala, we've got a panda, so we've got all bears covered here, all got their Christmas jumpers on, and we've got it's the season to be pawsome, have a very Merry Christmas, be jolly, and hello sweater weather, and a pair of cute mittens as well there. So a slightly different style to some of the other stamps and stencils and dies I've been showing you, but I just think, again, you know, these characters with the snow globes, or in that kind of in the wintry scenes in Winter Wonderland, will work perfectly. But yeah, cute and cheeky set of Christmas stamps to make you smile. And I have two stencils to go with this, but I can't find the other one just at the moment. But one of them is a 3-layer stencil, so it's called Wrap Up Warm, and kind of expanding on the mitten design in the stamps. This is a layered stencil, so you've got 3 layers in this stencil. You've got the mittens, which you probably can't see, but I'll let's put it over here. So you've got the mittens. You've got the elements that go in the mittens, so the cuffs and some little hearts and stars to put designs into the mittens. And we've got snowflakes that fit around that design. So if you used all 3 layers, it's really, really easy to do. It's a very simple little set of layers. If you used all 3 together, then you get something like this. So you can see there, you've got your mittens with your little details in pink, and then you've got your snow around it. So you can build up, you could use the mittens alone, you could use the snow alone, all 3. Probably the hearts and cuffs would look a bit weird on their own, but the mittens and snow certainly would work independently. You could use two of the layers rather than all 3. It really is up to you, but that little kind of set of layering stencils I think kind of works perfectly with these winter bears. I'd say, and the stencil I don't have in front of me here, I thought I had everything, but I always forget one thing, is a lovely kind of ice skate pattern. So of course, with our ice skating bears, we'll have some ice skates that we can use for backgrounds for that. So those 3 things I think work together as a cute little mini collection: the bears, the Wrap Up Warm stencils, and the ice skates. This is the only set that I'm not going to be taking to Create and Craft to TV, because I have an hour on Create and Craft, so it would be just too much to try and fit on a counter for a single hour. But I'm hoping to share demos with you in relation to the other collections that I've just been talking about. So you'll have plenty of ideas, and of course our design team have, as usual, done a stunning job in terms of samples, so we'll be starting to share those over the next day or 2 to get you inspired and get you thinking about what you might make this Christmas. But hopefully, in terms of the products that I've kind of talked you through in this short video, you can see that there will be something that is going to work for you and your kind of creative style. And of course, you know, June, July, it's all about starting to think about that Christmas season. So if it's too hot outside, then certainly get some Christmas music on and start creating. And I'm sure that some of our kind of Winter Wonderland and Snowflake products will make you feel immediately much cooler. So I hope you've enjoyed this preview. I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing what you do with the products and also what you think of them. Please do like and share, and if you don't already subscribe to our YouTube channel, then absolutely it'd be great if you would. We do a live every Wednesday, Why Not Wednesday, on Facebook and YouTube, and we have lots of inspiration and demos coming up. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave comments and let me know what you like, what you think, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.